Hello guys, this is Santosh and welcome to Tech Design. So in this tutorial, we are going to talk about how you can use heal path in electrical routing workbench. The heal path command can be found over here. So you can just go to more and heal path. So heal path, it helps us to create a spline path or a linear path between the connectors by using some of the commands. So you can see that how it works. So we can directly go into heal path. So before going to do these heal path, whatever the commands that you wanted to use in electrical routing, all the components should be completely qualified. So now these two connectors are completely qualified. By using these kind of ports, we can say that these are qualified. So now we can go to heal path. So go to more and heal path. So once you click heal path, it will ask you the start point and the end point. So what I will do is I will just select this port, and this is my endpoint. So this is the start point and this is the end point. And as you can see here, currently we have a zero point 0.5 extension. So 0.5 is the extension that is already it is shown. So it came from the qualified part. So we have already discussed how the extension works in qualifying part. So if you have not checked that video, please go to playlist and check it out. So if you want to change it, you can change it by dragging over here. So this you can drag it and you can change it, and as well as here as well you can just change it. So first you need to fix the extension. So what I will do is I'll just keep it as it is, 0.5 mm, 0.5 inch. Okay. So now we have here stock. So stock is already explained in the spline path how we can give the different kinds of stocks. So this I'm not going to take it now. If you have not checked that video, please check the video. So that is why whenever you are coming to any of the video on any of the course, so please watch all the videos before in the playlist so that you can able to understand this. So this I'm going to skip it now, and we can go to directly settings. So the method how you want to connect these two. So if it is a direct method, so whatever you can see here, now what I'll do is I'll just click a line. So now there is an extension. So this whatever the extension that we have given, it is not going to change. So whatever this extension, it will as it is in all the methods. So whatever the methods we have discussed here, in all the methods, the extension remains 0.5. It is not going to alter. So direct is nothing but, so between this 0.5 to the 0.5 extension, there is a direct line. You can see here there is a direct line which will be generated. So once you click OK, so now you can see the path is being created. So this is a direct method. So it will be connected directly. So now I'll hit Control Z and I'll just go to heal path again, and this is my first point, start point, and this is the end point. So this is how the direct works. And now we can go to intersection. Say for example, if there is any intersection that comes, then only it will work. So you can skip this one, and now you can see X, C, Y, C, and Z, C. So now you may remember that the first path, port we have selected is this, and the end port is we have selected this. So now you can see X, Y, and Z. So the first direction, it will go along X direction, and then it will go along Y direction, and then it will go along Z direction. Either it may be a positive or it will be a negative. So now as you can see here, this is an X direction. So as soon as the extension ends, it has been taken a negative X axis. So this is a negative X axis because since we are given as a method as X, Y, C, and next it has been taken as a Y direction. So this is our Y direction. So along the Y direction, it has been traveled. And then you can see here the small Z axis has been taken. So this is the Z axis. So then it is connected to whatever the extension we have. So in the same way, all the other works. So we can check this one YZC. So you can see this is a Y direction. So after the extension, this is the extension. After that extension, it has taken a Y axis, and then there is a small Z axis, and then there is a X direction. So negative X direction, and then it is connected to whatever the extension on the other end. So this is the how it works in all the directions. So depending on your requirement, you can select them. So now what I will do is I'll just keep it as first one, and I'll just keep it as a lines. So what is the difference between these lines and spline path? I'm going to explain it. So as soon as you keep it at lines and hit OK, so the lines will be created. This is a linear path. So whatever we have discussed in previous sessions, so this is the linear path that has been developed. But when it comes to splines, it will try to create a spline along that path. So now I'll just select the start point. This is the end point, and I will just keep this as same, and I'll just hit splines. So it will try to create a spline by using these points. So I'll just click OK. So now as you can see here, the spline has been created by making it in the same direction, whatever the direction we have given. on the same direction it has been created. Now you can see here, this is the extension. As I told you before, the extension is not going to change. So extension will be there as 0.5 inch, and from there it has been taken a deviation. So this is the one how we can create a heel path, and we have multiple options here: lock to selected object and create tangency between the splines. So these things are already explained in the previous tutorials. So you can check those tutorial videos and you will come to know. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any doubts, please comment in the section below. I'll try to answer. Thank you guys.